favorite movie, fellas, is Top Gun Maverick, right, with Tom Cruise. And they bring together the F-18 pilots from across the country, and these cats are nice, right? And when they put them together for a specific mission, right? The mission is very specific, and they're the best in the world. They like y'all, right? When y'all come to college, y'all the best in the world. Y'all the best at what y'all do, right? That's how you make it to this point. You the best of the best where you come from. And when they put them together, they put them on a mission. But first they have to go through simulation. And when they got to go through simulation, they pair them in twos. And they send them out every single day on mock missions. And they have to make the missions in a certain time. And if they don't make the mission in a certain time, it could be deadly. But when they send them out on a mock mission, they tell them, hey man, this time is extremely important. But what's more important than the time, every single time you go out to complete the mission, we want you to make it back across the finish line with your teammate. The time, if you don't make it, it can be deadly. But what's more important than the time, every time you cross the finish line, we want you to make it back with your teammate. That's how important the value of a teammate was to him. And so it came down to two guys. It was a group of them. But when it came time to go out on a mission and they needed team leads, it came down to two guys. It came down to a guy by the name of Hangman and a guy by the name of Rooster. Both nice in their own right. Hangman, probably the fastest one. I'm talking about my man is the cat that can get out of the bed, walk in the weight room, in your terms, put up 450, 500, do his thing. He the cat, jump out on the turf, run past everybody. You like, man, my man just gifted. That was Hangman. But every single time Hangman went out on his mission, whenever Hangman would cross the finish line, it's predicated upon time, they would say to him, Hangman, boy, you fast. Man, you passed the look test. Well, your teammate, Hangman. Hangman would say, gotta be faster. My teammate just gotta keep up. And then on the other end, it was Rooster. Rooster wasn't as fast, gifted in his own right though. Every time Rooster would cross the finish line, hear me, even if he had to get reprimanded for his teammate, every time he crossed that finish line, he crossed with who? Every single time. Even if he had to get reprimanded, my man by the planes doing push-ups, not because he did something wrong, his teammate could have been lagging. Every single time he crossed with his teammate. And so when it came time for the captain, Maverick, who was the dog, to pick who he wanted to go out on the mission with, everybody in the room thought he was gonna pick Hangman. It's predicated upon time. If he don't make the time, it could be deadly. Surely he gonna pick Hangman, right? And he stood up and he said, give me Rooster. So cats thought he was gonna pick Hangman because Hangman was the most talented. Maverick stood up and said, give me Rooster. They like, he's taking Rooster? Rooster ain't even the fastest. And they go out to complete the mission. And the way the mission was set up, it was set up like a 4x1 in track. You go out and once you complete your portion, you keep it pushing. And they go out and Rooster completes his portion. And Rooster coming out, and they told him, once you complete your portion, go back to the boat. Rooster finishing his portion. Maverick coming up the rear, he the dog. He the last leg, he the muscle. And when he coming up the rear, he gets hit. The captain gets hit. Rooster is way up ahead. Rooster in the clear. It comes over the microphone. Maverick down, the captain, he down. Rooster gone. They telling Rooster, Rooster, keep going, go to the boat. Rooster said, who? They said, Maverick got hit, Maverick down. Rooster, without even thinking, spent that joint. They like, no, Rooster, keep going. He like, nope. In my mind, in training, y'all told us, don't cross the finish line until we come back with who? Teammate. So y'all telling me in the midst of opposition, in the midst of adversity, to leave him? You telling me in the midst of adversity to check out? You telling me in the midst of challenges to quit? And when he got back to the captain like, what you doing, man? You gonna get both of us killed. Rooster said something to him that was so cold-blooded. Like, he said a lot of stuff to him, but hear me. He said, bro, my daddy would have saved your life. The captain said to him, what you doing? Like, what you doing? They told you to go back to the boat. Rooster looked at him and said, my daddy would have saved your life. I'm doing what my daddy would have done. What he was saying to him, man, I come from a lineage, I'm talking a DNA of champions, man. Like, cats get in certain positions and they forget how they were raised.